Welcome to GIMP Activity 2. In this activity, our objectives are going to be to take a photo of Amber, same as Activity 1, and put her head on top of the Canadian flag. And then we're going to add the curved text, vote for Amber on the top, and she's the best choice on the bottom. This activity is going to be similar to Inkscape in the sense that we're going to be using text on a path, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a picture of Amber and we're going to create a transparency with her and stick it on the Canadian flag. This activity is also much longer than Activity 1. It's going to be about 8 videos long, so please make sure you follow along with all the videos. The first thing we want to do is we want to open our Amber that we used from last time. This is the exact same file. You should have Amber. If not, make sure you unzip it. And we're also going to open the Canadian flag. So Canada flag. Again, if you go to the top, you can switch between the two. Our objective for this video in particular is we're going to take Amber's head and we're going to create a transparency background. So what we're going to do is, just like before, we're going to crop her head. It doesn't really matter how big you crop it, just make sure you get the collar and her hair. This right about there looks fine. You can adjust it a little bit if you want to. Something like that should be alright. And we're going to hit enter. Now, if you try to erase the background right now, what you're going to notice is, let's try that. We're going to go to erase and let's erase that background. Do you see it shows up as white? We don't want that. What's going to happen is if we try to use this, that white background is going to show. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of that and try to create a transparent background. So what we're going to do is go select all, edit, copy, edit, paste. Once you go to paste, you'll see that new floating layer has been created. So just right click on that and add to new layer. Once you add that to your new layer, you can turn off the old layer and you can straight up delete it. So delete the layer. Now when you try to erase here, you're going to notice there's a transparency. That checkerboard background is a universal symbol that something has a transparency background. What that means is that it's not going to show up when you use this image. The other tool we'd like to use is the magic wand. So when you select the magic wand, you can select an area, plus delete, and that gets rid of all the parts that it's selected. Okay, so what we want to do now is we just want to erase everything around Amber's head. We're going to go back to the erase tool. If you notice up here, we actually want it to be the hard point, not the fuzzy one, and you can change the size of your eraser using this slider here. So we're going to control scroll up. We're going to look at it as bigger, and we're going to roughly now just erase. First, if you notice that when you use your magic wand, you can only erase things within the magic wand. So what we're going to do is select none. Once you select none, now you can continue to erase. So we're going to erase everything around Amber except for her head. Try to be as close as possible without erasing her head. We're going to erase the strands of hair that she has. Shift scroll, you can move side to side. We're going to erase all of that. Make the eraser size a bit smaller, and we're going to go in for a more finer erase. Something like that should be alright. If you want to scroll in more, you can do a finer job here. We're just going to continue to erase. Once you're done erasing, you should just double check that there's no bits remaining. So what I like to do is I like to select the magic wand and I just select here, and you'll notice that there is not that many bits remaining where it seems like we're okay. We maybe want to erase some of this, so we're just going to select none. Go back to our eraser and make it a little bit bigger and erase the bits we don't want. This side's a bit more involved. If you do a stroke you don't like, just make sure you use Control Z and it takes you right back. Once you're done this, just make sure to file save. We're going to call this activity 2. We're going to save this for now, and join me again on our next video when we're going to move on. So that's all for this video.